Steve Stifler here with Sterling McGinn as we take another look behind the pages of the Newberry News. How are you doing, Sterling?
I'm good.
All right. So let me pull out a copy of the paper. All right, sound effects. Sorry. Okay, front page this week we have fostering students' health at the camp. That's the lead story. And then there at the bottom of the page, we have the firemen honor former Chief Ronald Brown.
Well, I wrote that story after I went down there for the service, which was at the Newberry Elks Club. I was asked to play taps at the firemen were going to do a last call, which is tradition for a first responder who had died. Anyway, they had asked me to play taps. At first, I wasn't sure if I could, being a Legion bugler, because Mr. Brown was not in the military, but he was a fireman for many years here. So I looked into it, and I read some of the protocols for first responder funerals, and it did say that a first responder could have taps played. So I agreed to do the service. The firemen performed a last call over the central dispatch, which is a very moving ceremony if anybody's never witnessed a first responder's last call. And then taps, I played taps down at the Elks Club, and it was just a very moving ceremony. He was a fire chief. I believe he was on the department for 28 years. So it was very nice service to honor first responder from our community.
Someone who served in the community. You bet. Also on the front page, we have good news. The dining room or dining area at the Pizza Hut is now open. It's been closed for a couple of years.
I think it's been about 3 years. When I called up there to get some information for the brief that we had in the paper, it was in our good news section.
Right.
They initially, like every restaurant in the state, closed for a period at the beginning of the pandemic, but apparently a lack of help, employment was one of the issues that delayed the reopening. And then apparently there was an automobile that hit the side of the building, causing damage.
Boy.
And according to the staff at Pizza Hut here in Newberry, that was part of the delay, and they decided to just remodel the whole inside. So I was up there last night. Had
How
dinner
was it?
up there. It was good. It seemed like it'd been forever since I had dined in. Had pickup or takeout many times, but had new carpet, new light fixtures. It was kind of a retro feel in there. New booths. Just a whole new atmosphere.
With the pandemic shutting things down, it's nice. I know most things are back to normal, but this is one thing that, the dining room had not been open. So
Yeah, it was neat to be able to go up there after, I believe it's been about 3 years since they closed the dining room. So, yeah, it was a little change of pace, I guess. So.
Yeah. Now, you've been busy. You go all across the area, or you're all over the place, it seems. On page 2, you have a story about JP Pizza opens in Germfask. What was that like going out and talking to them?
It was a nice experience. When I deliver papers on Wednesday, I usually go that back way from Curtis on Ackley Road there to Germfask. And so I go by, and I had noticed there was a lot of progress there at that. It's a new golf course that opened last year. The owner, Scott Pemberton, he told me that he started on it in 2016 and officially opened it last year. As it's just a small course for beginners or people who are looking to learn how to play golf. And so anyway, last year at the Curtis 4th of July parade, there was a big pizza on a trailer in the parade, and it said JP Memorial Golf Course. I think they took first place, if I remember right, or I know they got an award for their float. But I had noticed that they opened in November 2022, and so I went over there last week, and interviewed them, and so
You brought back a pizza.
I brought back a pizza for everybody, and
it was good pizza. It's a big pizza.
it was a big. I ordered they have the biggest is the 18-inch, and they had really big slices.
Right.
It was really good, and so they're open every day except Tuesday, and they're right there on that back road between Curtis and Germfask.
Okay. So if you're looking to play a little golf and have pizza, that's the place to go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We will stop here for today. I hope you're enjoying doing this.
Yes, I am.
It's neat to talk the news, and we'll be back next week with another edition of Behind the News.